Alright. Back in Fontaine, right outside the Hotel de Rio de Janeiro. Hotel del Bor. It's Navia.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Reading with sunglasses. What's she got going on?
Shh!
Alright, never mind. We're undercover. Ain't no way you undercover that big ass dress and that big ass hat.
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
Well, she just threw her
I'm
ass out.
sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Paimon, you don't know what the fuck going on, you bitch ass, and you out here putting in.
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Damn, Paimon's bitch ass blowing our cover.
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Not yet.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Fermon can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
Line ship is.
Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Was she just throwing her ass out?
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Wow, what a horrible person.
She's like an average chef to me.
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
Now we kind of did this one on our own, bro. Fucking, Paimon dragged her ass in on this one.
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer.
A new head chef?
Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
Well, that's not overwork. That's a bit more than overwork.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
You, yourself? You don't got any agents for that? You know, someone with a little less, I don't know, notoriety? Also, it probably isn't her kitchen. It probably, the overwork probably didn't help him. The illness probably does stem from something else. Who gets bedridden and can't talk after fucking being overworked? That ain't exhaustion, though. Yeah, what were you there? Were you gonna approach her by yourself, or what exactly were you trying to do?
Oh, shoot. It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Yes, actually.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
No, you don't really seem like you are. And you probably blew your chance also.
Meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Back to the sewer.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Guess we're stuck with her then.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast.
Always.
A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosulas tavern. Her name is...
What's her name?
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that.
Yeah, where's the head of the fucking hotel? I'd be pissed as fuck if I got my head chef screaming out in the front of the hotel. Are you fucking kidding me? You know how bad for business that is? Keep that shit in the kitchen.
This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
I don't know, you want hostess? Thank you. Aren't there twin hostesses, right? For this place? Sure they are.
All
Our sisters?
right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Okay. Good joke.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
Yeah. Hey, there's a news station right there.
a little highly strung, huh?
Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on it.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, I guess she's got a reputation to get shit
Well,
results.
according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
This candy be fucking poisoned. We're gonna die eating this.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in.
That's candy.
Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find Escoffier.
Escoffier. Well, actually, said her name right.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Yeah, that means they're looking for Escoffier. Who would have thought?
Huh? You know that name, Nadia?
Yeah.
Okay. You get 10 feet.
There's a newsstand over there. Want to grab a copy of the Steambird?
No. Hurry this up. I love the fact that I have the quest set to focus and that shit still happens where it auto starts other quests. What's the fucking point of focus mode?
So, who is this Escoffier anyway?
A half-naked chef.
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg, before Savannah.
And but she quit.
She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg and restored the restaurant back to its former glory.
How'd she do all that?
Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bourg's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Who the fuck is Modeste?
Gâteau de Bourg. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
She already got the credit and
Well,
established it.
apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu,
Crack.
but none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
Oh, shout out another
The
convict.
Fortress of Meripede?
It's a formality. Nah, bro. We got something for eating someone else's cake.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
Someone had to take over.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Sounds like she was set up.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Savannah already going off about my chef, my crew, my team.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Monica
like
wants
she already let it get to her
Escoffier
head.
to come back and kick Savannah out. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
After the old one doesn't want to come back.
Well, about that.
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
Head chefs are just cut from a different cloth. How is the hotel tower made it this far, honestly?
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back
Yes,
and
chef.
do it
No,
again.
chef.
The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef.
She always been like this, or she learned this technique in prison?
Excuse us, we're...
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
We're not looking for food.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
More like it's hard for you when you send the damn idiot in to talk to her. Hey, Escoffier, you're the head chef, right? We're here to talk to you, bitch ass. Easy way to open up.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
It's a sewer. Why not?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
Crazy, bro. From working with the hotel delivery to coming out of prison and working in a sewer. With the equivalent of a local mafia. Helpful,
Well,
but, you know.
in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
She's chilling down here.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to
Who
waste.
the fuck? Bro, he's got Guacazine, her friend who died
Thank
in the
you,
gun.
Chef.
For what? Like I said, I
For
just
what?
don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Oh, it's Fiamma's kid.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
Dude who got sick. How the fuck
He's
you
the
forget
chef
that?
that
Actually,
fell
it
ill
makes
from
sense.
stress.
So we had that big
Hilaire
ass
is his
dialogue
son.
between Charlotte and
And
Kinsey.
with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Bro, why did they even make her do a straight neutral
failed
accent?
dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
Half naked
So
chef with a
you
heart of
two
gold.
must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
No.
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Yeah, she's beating your chefs over the head.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business.
Hell of an echo in here. Metal
Besides,
basement.
I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
She even won it.
What?
Great.
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
How did you give her that confident boost?
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Actually, that makes perfect sense. Working under with incompetence under you will make you a very angry person.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
That's an understatement.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamara and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
She does.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Yeah.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Show up at the hotel.
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell.
That's exactly what she's gonna
We're
do.
only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica.
Escoffier?
You good?
I can't believe her. Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe.
Thicker than the sole
Unbelievable.
of my shoe.
I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
Well, she just marched up there and
So
crazed
now
out.
she's,
At least we got her out there.
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Oh, she's actually waiting for us too. Look, oh nice. I think she would just charge it off, even with or without us. Yeah, imagine. You told Navia, fuck off. These are my chefs. Whatever. And now 10 seconds, like an hour later, the original head chef that taught you comes in there. It's like, alright, nigga. You fucking shut up. How bad could it possibly be?
Wait, she looks like... Is that a Escoffier?
Why's my travel at 0 HP?
Escoffier's back? Yes! I've missed her cooking!
My nigga dead.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm dead. The music in here is great. I'm glad they put it as the default music in the teapot. The
I'm
house.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Bro, why can you not fuck something up?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll kneel before you.
What the heck?
She's trying to give this place a terrible reputation, but
Get up, Monica. Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
just get it right the first time.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
Dude exploded.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
What a great chef.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
That's probably because they are worse for wear. Completely obliterated by
Escoffier
this.
was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive. So
You knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level. But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Okay, why don't you still a chef?
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then, that wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Lumiline?
Lumiline? What's that?
Untraceable poison.
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Not a drug.
Produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
Crack!
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guards' list of controlled substances. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Damn, bro.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone
Coke with
probably
actual
just
Coke
purchased
got
a
banned
batch of
instantly.
contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the
I
time.
took the blame because I was drinking
And
that
now
shit.
look at
put it
you.
in the food.
A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
Damn.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
It's a kitchen and a sewer.
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm dining from now on.
In a sewer?
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones.
The bygones? We got her. Bro, people said her accent slipped up every once in a while. Bro, it's like every other dialogue line. I mean, it gives her unique charm, sure, but damn, bro. Just let her speak in the neutral accent.
Besides, at the end of the day,
Besides.
I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
Well, Savannah about to storm out here in about 10 seconds, bro.
I'm sorry?
I do it.
you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
No, no, chef.
So you do remember who's boss?
Nice.
Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
Turn this place over?
You made me the head chef
Okay,
and
well,
gave
this
up
is-
your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
We should give him some space. Nah, I want to watch this. Let me give him
Oh,
space.
Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
What did you think was going to happen when she stormed off in the first place?
I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
This nigga's French.
Huh? Fan Asian?
That didn't
Aye,
say his name?
miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
Gun duel.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Yeah, it sounds like we're about to hear a bunch of bullshit lore, bro.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant.
How is
The
that?
cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
I can cook this better than you, bro.
Huh.
We're going into
Sounds
frying
like they had
distance.
a lot of free time on their hands.
Shit, wasn't this place dying?
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts.
Really?
And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
That's a hotel top ranking restaurant.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back?
Or is,
Who?
or is hotel just the name of it, bro? Because, I mean,
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
what was your answer, Paimon? Dickhead chef
Sure,
number 2.
I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
Who gives a shit?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts.
Oh, Top Chef
Savannah,
exhibition match.
any
Let's go.
objections?
Exhibition. Huh. No. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
Okay.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Well,
But
then
if
don't
you
win.
lose, you hand over the Codex de Board to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Bro, I hate when they do shit like this. Ah, why does Renard know all this bullshit?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste.
What's
It
what
contains
is
all his secret recipes,
is this
including Gâteau
animation?
de Boer.
fucking
It's the
purple
greatest
lights?
treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Boer have the right to read it.
Why would the
Present
former-
and former?
What?
Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
Yeah, wouldn't she have access to
What
it?
do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean.
Was your copy with the annotations on it?
I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
Wrong.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
We're winning it now.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Boer, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown.
Bro, they're going band for band.
I hope
Recipe
you
for
surprise me,
recipe.
Savannah.
Cake for
I'd
cake.
hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Escoffier,
That's our quest.
are
Huh?
you sure this is a good idea?
Oh, I think it's a good
You
idea.
accepted her terms a little hastily.
Her terms are basically bullshit anyways. Who
Oh,
cares?
it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
Oh my god, who accepted her terms a little hastily? It's just a codex. Escoffier didn't even give a fuck about the codex.
I do apologize. This whole ordeal reflects rather poorly
Aren't
on
you the
us.
boss? Can't you rein in your head chef?
I'm afraid it's not quite that simple. The Hôtel de Bord runs as more of a partnership, you see. It was founded by two friends, Modeste and Savelli, and it's been that way ever since.
So what, the head chef and the
So,
head of house?
while I am technically Savannah's boss, it's not really my place to interfere with the business of the kitchen.
Yeah, it does if it's fucking over your
To be
the other
perfectly
aspects of the
honest with
business.
you, that's part of the reason why I suggested a cooking contest.
Sound like you just don't got balls,
If
bro.
Escoffier wins, it would be the perfect opportunity for her to talk some sense into Savannah. Or, of course, if she wanted to return, then... But
Super
anyway,
chef
I'm
guy.
getting ahead of myself. Whatever the outcome, this contest will hopefully serve as a turning point for us. Please, pass on my best wishes to Escoffier. I must say, Savannah surprised me with her confidence. Does she really believe she can best Escoffier in the kitchen? I thought she was just blowing off steam when she first raised the idea to me.
Nice fucking transition of weather. I'll leave it to a French dude to be a coward.
I can't believe I got to witness that firsthand.
Honestly.
I only stopped by here for a quick meal. I definitely got my Mora's worth today.
Yeah, you did. I can imagine that, bro. Bro, I just want a quick meal. I get to see these bitches fight each other. Hell yeah. Fontaine's great. Let's see how we're gonna prep up. What exactly are we gonna? Well, we know we're gonna bake a cake, a special cake, a super cake. I hope we're gonna draw this out to like 3 hours long, because of course.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
No, Paimon, but fuck it. Why not?
I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Because you don't know her, Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
Is she really that type of person?
That's patently false.
Patently
At least where your
false.
macarons are concerned.
Macarons?
I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
I mean, yeah, her fucking things are the size of like your fucking face. A fist size, bro. And a pound of sugar.
That? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene.
Yeah.
For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau
Oil-based
de Bourg was
with
made
meats,
using a special secret
breads,
ingredient
cheeses.
that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to
Melusine meat.
found the original Hotel
Melusine
de Bourg,
secretions.
which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world.
Oh, nice.
Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Bourg.
Ah, Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Bourg took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What?
No, not really.
No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly
recipe,
evolving
fuck.
art form.
Paimon, you ate.
How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame.
It's a century.
Then,
Well,
Modeste
that was a
passed away
decade.
while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Wow.
Oh!
It's just supposed to never
So the
the
Codex
original
really
place.
isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liu's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Yes,
What, in
well,
reality?
that's fiction,
Exactly,
and this
yep.
is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Well, you can, but
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
she gotta make the original.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
Yeah, but the item is probably
It
impossible
did,
to get.
but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the gâteau de bois of today is my own recipe.
Is it
As
now?
for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day,
Well, that's just good marketing.
you've got Venishem's business sense to
Yeah,
thank
that's
for
good
that.
marketing, right? Why not?
Oh.
It's the legendary cake.
Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Yeah, it kind of does, but whatever.
Hey
General
now,
populace doesn't know that.
it might not be the original Gâteau de Bois, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Bois never would have fallen into a slump.
Well, depends how the chef was qualified to even
Anyway,
do the recipes correctly.
Before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
Well, she's got the advanced copy, but you got the original.
So, why is she so interested in the original copy?
Because it's got secrets.
Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Bois is the true head chef.
It might mean that to her, actually.
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy.
Damn, bro, you
Maybe
ain't the
from
real
her
chef.
point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to give me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Venisham. But still.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh.
Fuck it.
Who
I'm the new
knows?
chef.
We could speculate forever.
True.
Better to just let our gâteau do the talking.
Ghetto. Well, we gotta let our gat do it.
It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
How about a fork? Bro, I can't believe it. We're gonna have a bake-off to see who's got the better gat cake. You can't even write this shit out in modern day.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if
Shout
she
out to
respects
whatever
the
the fuck
art,
this thing
she'll
is in the middle
respect
of
the
the room.
outcome of our contest.
Giant valve. Damn.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Fremont. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Spatula.
Let's
Most of the
not
time she
get
has a
too
knife
ahead of
and a ladle.
ourselves.
Not even
Gâteau
bother
de
mentioning
Bois is
spatula.
very
Got a fork tail.
complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything.
How does that work?
Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself.
Okay.
But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Shit, probably you're a
Well,
better
I have
eater.
heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
Of course we're up to the task, varying accent woman.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
How about a little pie wash here?
Confident. I like it. All right, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
I'm good at stabbing people. Normal attacks.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Basically.
Finally on the right path.
Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
And my sword can literally cut through most metals that exist.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
We can pop on a knife, bro.
Well,
what the fuck?
brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
Cold press. That's what that is?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It
Okay.
uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely.
Is that a real thing?
But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Display your mastery of cold press. Happy elemental skill to accelerate the cold press progress.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used...
Oh, what Paimon even said.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Smells juicy.
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want.
Nah.
I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Learn Escoffier's feet. Oh, a master of precise cooking. Let me get a multicolored functional principle. The flavor of the all strike a balance from fruity flavors and floral flavors.
Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not a drop too little.
Okay. That's too much. Oh, okay. I got a big one in. That was it? Okay, that was it. We just gotta balance it like that. Nice little minigame. Never balance complete. Oh wow, it's a whole ass minigame. We got the little
And
icons.
voila! Now it's your turn.
We gotta balance this shit out?
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. But the traveler's work was surprisingly good.
Bro, we're just perfect at
Are
everything.
you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
Shit, I just treat it like an adventure film, which was thanks to my excellent teacher, but I ain't trying to flirt with her.
Oh,
This bitch
well,
is
they
gay as
do
shit.
say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now I've seen it
I
firsthand.
love the emoticon.
Alright, now for the part I've been
Customize
looking
stuff up,
forward
yeah.
to. I want each of you to cook something from the
We've had
Hotel
it since
de
1.0
Boer's
with the
current
slimes,
menu.
but now they have it on
I'll judge
players
your
for
submission
characters.
and give you a final score.
The final score, huh?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Wow. Thanks, Louis Chef.
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
Suspicious lasagna, that's a third one. Delicious. Delicious. Hello, Fontaine. Duck. Con. Looks like a sausage or something. Ooh. Oily. You know what? We need a 3-star item. I can't do 2-star. Today, tomatoes, no water. Simple rustic stew. Nah, too simple, bro. We gotta make something badass. What's a Fontaine dish that we want super duper? Well, that counts. I don't think those counts either. What are the Fontaine dishes actually at? Drunken plums and snow. Cheesy mushroom skewers. Goulash. Blubber cream. Haggis. Did I fuck that up? I didn't. Does haggis count as a Fontaine dish?
How's it going? Have you...
No. I don't know what dishes counts Fontaine dishes, so we're just gonna give. Most delicious thing on the menu. We only had one of those, so it's gotta be great, right? It's lights up.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
Snow-winged goose.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to la food.
Le food. Okay, lovely.
6 points.
I don't know.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
Damn. Obliterated.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Real.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Shatter her.
Me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
No, it's 6.
Aw.
Well, let's see how mine goes.
Now to the final dish.
Perfect.
So, what do you think?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Nice. We nailed it.
Darn, that's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
What is all this, bro? Why
I
that
have to
fake
give
smile?
this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
By actually cooking.
Don't get me wrong.
I
There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen.
Shout out to it just
I
being.
can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
We don't got time for that. We have to do
Chef
it too.
Escoffier!
Who the hell is that?
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bourg, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Is this dude still alive?
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family.
It's not your dying.
I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Might say run ourselves ragged, bro. It's been like a day at most.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
I know, Navia. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore.
Not anymore, bro.
The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bourg kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Did you work under her
Firma,
before you died?
Have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bourg?
No.
I have not. But I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now.
He's just gonna die on the stove. He's not gonna be able to cut straight.
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Verma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Man got PTSD from the kitchen.
Again! Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Bro's cooked, bro. He got mentally fried by a woman.
What's wrong?
You sound a
I
bit
don't
too grown for
understand.
that about it.
I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
What are you doing down here?
Monica, when did you get here?
How did you even recognize this name? It's fucked up.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow.
Like you're spying
But
on us.
anyway,
That recipe regards
from
3
all-
people. Is she
I'm
gonna be
so
working the other
sorry.
chef?
If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Who left that knife on the floor?
Oh,
like
come
that?
on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
Yeah, why is only tea, bro?
She's been getting harsher and
Jack
harsher on
Daniels.
us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
Ah, it looks perfectly fine.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
Bro, you're cooked.
The more I
That-
want to get it perfect, the
Chef
more my
sense.
hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
Bro,
How can you give up so easily, Firma?
Real.
You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
after you left, what broke?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
You talked me into despair. Badass. Put that
I
bitch in the
see.
Fontaine military,
Well,
bro. She doesn't need to be a
it sounds
chef.
like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
Oh, we'll take Monica then.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances?
Oh, what'd you
Let's
go
not
to?
forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
Hey, bro, she said we dropping
And-
your asses.
And so will I.
Ain't no one talking to you, little nigga.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Honestly.
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. that's sort of why I'm here.
What?
Yeah, who
Why
was
didn't
you?
you say so?
I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Man, you betray
All
your
right,
current
fine
chef
by
master?
me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
What's gonna fire you for working with the enemy in a competition? What kind of shitty boss is that?
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Fermat.
Damn, bro, what are you throwing
I'm
him
done with
down like
sucking it
that?
up.
He's right there.
It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
No, I don't think you're right, but fuck it.
Whoa! Hyman didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Oh, how wrong you are,
Great.
Pylon.
Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Who's gonna cook that meal?
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Bro,
Ah, feast, feast, feast!
that'll be good practice. We can. That's crazy. Hey, we need a feast. You think you could whip something up?
All right, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Spectacular feast. Why is she all flirty out there with the eye wink and all that bullshit, bro? What's she got going on? Ain't you gay as hell? Escoffier opted a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that even though it was our first time working together, we have a great rapport.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
And dear,
Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
finesse that further. Huh? That's... I mean, I guess you could use finesse like that, but... She finna finesse us.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontainian cuisine could be this good.
Damn, Navia, you good?
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
Their mouth is still moving, so nice.
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
That fish head pie, what the fuck that is, bro. Good God. Bless you, kid.
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
Well, if you train under her now, you probably actually will. Where's our good old chef at? She's just standing by the waterfall. There's Dookie coming down that waterfall. Ah, the aroma of the underground
Why,
canal of
Savannah?
shit stream
Why?
adds to the flavor.
Oh, nothing. I
Called
was
a
just
Sumerian
looking through the
special.
original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it.
The original recipe.
But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore.
Use elemental
The
energy to
copy I
reveal-
gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
Yeah, more of an issue though, bro. It's second hand. The real chef should owe whoever's in the actual hotel, they should always have the original, and the copy should be sent out.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that
We have
the
to give
Savannah
the
I
original
knew
to a parting
would go
chef
to all this
and a
effort
copy in
just
the hotel.
to make a point.
You think the original would always stay in the hotel, and copies would be given out with all the tips and pointers as the chef leaves, which is weird. How close were you two?
We were. At least I always thought we were.
You got sent to prison.
She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
Hey, some people you just can't give power. And it is your fault. Some of her.
Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Would it be? His friend kind of left and died.
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
So what happens then, motherfucker? It's kind of the opposite of her. She was at the top of her line. She was like the most famous chef, and then she's like, I'll go to prison, fuck it. And then didn't pursue anything else after.
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness.
That's kind of like her. That's her side. She's kind of like Modeste in that case. She's in the prime, and then she just went to prison, and then she stepped down.
And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end.
That's kind of how it is.
One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends.
I don't think that's true. I think that's just to add to the story. That's probably how it makes more sense of how it actually ends. It's just, he died. It's like, damn. That's it? Motherfucker died. He dropped dead. That makes more sense, because that parallels this story a lot more. She's probably trained under her. She's like, you're my greatest student. You know what? Oh, no steak? Well, okay, I'll take the L. You could be the head chef now. And then she just never came back.
Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime.
I don't think he would kill him.
Still,
I think it makes more sense.
Beyond the point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly.
Really?
And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
Yeah, bro. Oh, we're a great nutcracker. With you on the team, there's no way we can lose. With me on the team, there's no way we can lose.
Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then. You better bring your A game.
A game? Shit, we're an S rank. Fuck out of here with an A game shit.
Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we put in, it would kind of be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
It's gotta be a complete cakewalk. Get it, calls when we're making cake? Stupid ass dialogue, bro. What time was just the wait between? 12? Just afternoon. An afternoon for making cakes, huh? You think they're making cakes? How do you have your restaurant close in the noon? Just right after? That's like lunchtime. For a contest?
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Toot sweet. What the hell? What the hell? What the hellion? What the hellion? What the hellion, Escoffier?
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see!
That dude sounds like
I
he had
don't
an
get
accent
it.
too.
Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
I'm not gonna say it's the head of the current head. That makes perfect sense if you're the head chef. From an outside perspective, they don't know anything else going on.
Mesdames et messieurs,
Dang, a whole fucking city.
welcome
Dude.
one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting
calm these fucking
of
kids down.
cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica?
Damn, Monica is not my nigga. She fucking just left you behind.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once
Double-blind?
the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
Like, why does Eloise have a
When my meal
British
got
accent?
interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Bro, Renard's just having a great
Both
time,
contestants
bro.
have
He's
taken
got
their
the best of
positions.
this time.
Then,
Shout
without
out to
further
Renard.
ado,
Or Renee.
let the Hôtel de
That's
Bord
Renard.
cooking contest commence!
Because Renee would have an E at the end. Damn, bro. We got custom shit for a story mission that's gonna be got lost to time. Who would have thought it? Make some gâteau de bord. Using Escoffier's patented precision cooking, you can start flavoring. I got already 2 seconds off the clock, bro. He's fucked this. While flavoring touches be added sufficient amounts to ensure richness of flavor. Add enough of both before aiming to balance the flavors out.
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this.
So can I do this?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast.
Let's see. How do we gotta balance this bitch up? Don't wanna fuck it up. Oh, we already fucked it up. Yes, now we need fruity. We keep cutting for fruity, right? Yeah.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Wait, 4, 2. Let's try 2. Alright. Oh, it tells you the number. Oh, I didn't even realize it had numbers on it. Nice. Is this how Node Karai is gonna be? Like involving story events? A lot more stuff like this? I mean, that'd be way cooler. A lot more mini games and little events. Star Wars transition?
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Nice, bro. All field jumpers. Well, it took her 34 seconds to make this damn dish. What do you think about that? About let to make the next layer of the cake. Same shit? Alright, we need more red. So if we only need 4, let's do this.
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
Okay, so we need a certain amount of quantity, and we need... Gotcha. Let's do a 2 then.
Alphonse! What are you playing at? Not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Hey, bro!
Yes, chef!
Bro, she going crazy.
Oh, tension.
And then we need 2. Okay, I see. Okay, now I'm understanding. Now I'm figuring out the minigame and it's going. It kind of sucks if I don't take long, I don't hear the dialogue. Big cake, bro.
What do you think?
I think the cake's fucking huge. What, they like putting their hands up there like, ooh. The last layer of the cake. It's actually pretty good. I like this. 2 same. Let's get 3 of each, just in case.
Up to the freezer.
Alright, let's see how we go. Oh, we need 8 of these bad boys? Why did I do that? Oh no, why did I do that? Whoops. Whoopsie. Well, I need a couple anyways. One. And they blew my shit up there. Damn.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
So like, oh, I love that they put that in there. That's one of the best features they added. Because not off-screen dialogue like that.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
I present to you. You just blew up the fucking cake, bro, with the elemental burst. Big old chocolate carved in with some cubes of fudge, ice cream looking ass cake with blueberries and a soft cone.
That was perfect! We were like a flock of snowing geese, completely in sync, working gracefully and elegantly together. Great work, team.
This actually would make a great thumbnail if I could knock off the background. I do like this. Oh, there it is. I can clip that in the video. If I just take a little clip.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
It's real. I can't
We
tell
both
shit.
made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good
Chose
reason.
for a reason.
She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
This is really
Wonderfully
good.
soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bourg.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10! Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
Well, that's the point.
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
There too.
I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
Gats got the
I have a
glitter aroma.
feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
God, bro, the fact that they have
exciting.
Eloise's accent.
I'm gonna dig in.
Why couldn't they have every Melusine with an English accent? That's all I wanted. Hey, something's not right.
I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
No music.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
You sure that's not our Gato, Paimon? Like, we're questioning out here. That might be ours.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
That's not our
I
Gato.
can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
Yeah, we're asking. Yeah.
It's Savannah?
Yeah,
No! That's impossible!
Escoffier lost. She's fucked.
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? You cheater! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well,
Immediate
someone's
cause
a
of
sore
cheating.
loser.
It's crazy.
These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge.
Bro, she got like the flattest face ever. Bro.
Or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
Judges, we demand a rematch.
That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex de Boer that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
Bro, I don't need
But
the
you
book.
must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Bro, I knew it. Monica was a suspect,
Fine.
bro. She sent her in
I'll
to fuck
treat
our
this
shit
as your
up.
final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss, just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
He's good from
I
output.
know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
I don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Not really.
It's all right. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
But it's coffee. Nah, she's right, bro. I don't give a fuck either. It's like shit.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh? Why you make fucking
That's it?
goose ass off on?
No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Damn, bro.
Chef Savannah!
Just exploded.
Savannah?
Alright, time to clear out the building. Bro.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress? Her?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night.
Yeah, she does that
She'll
every
hide herself
night.
away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
To become the perfect
Our
chef.
best guess is, she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Because she used a third party.
Leone and Algalia were the
Monica.
ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. they're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
I'm sure she'll be fine. There's some cake and cupcakes for her. Yeah, bro. Doesn't matter. Everyone saw your bitch ass lose though. I gotta immediately start yelling at the person cheated.
Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
What kind of dirt does this woman have on you?
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
Wow,
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, Chef.
I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear.
I'd imagine so.
I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
And you got no spine, Monica, my damn.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Man, okay, bro. She's a bit too nonchalant now, bro. All this fuss for a little slip-up? Bitch, you spent like a week in prison.
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor.
Yeah, her hugging her too long.
You don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
Isn't it
you mean
drenched in oil?
You forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not
deep-fried?
saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
I mean, this is a long time ago. I'm sure she's not gonna get those ingredients again. Not like you have ingredients like for years on end.
Good. Now, back to Savannah.
I feel like this happened
What
last
about
week.
the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
Nothing. That's the problem. She thinks it's a secret.
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. I just realized, like, the camera angles in these quotes are a lot better. Like, she's moving her eyes
I've
more.
overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
You mean the gâteau de bois?
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Yeah, and those are the people that you want to keep happy, because if your true loyal customers and dessert connoisseurs are like, I don't want to go back there. Bro, this dude goes there every day. Now he's stopping to eat the cake? Well, what's going on, bro?
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it.
I can see that.
So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought though.
You're giving your fucking mic some thought though, bro. Get off that
Thinking
shit.
back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason.
Damn, bro, I'm talking
But
shit.
after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged.
Well, I don't know about talking shit, but
And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
For being a real chef. The codex from Escoffier was a fake. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Stupid.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different?
Because she's a shit show.
She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
Nah, bro.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
Yeah, just like her place in the meta. Hey, bro, this bitch finna jump off this balcony. She's about to head first into the catering table.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Well, she got big shoes to fill. She can't do it.
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
She's not a good enough chef, bro. You can't do it, kid. I'm the best.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet.
Bro, we closing the whole restaurant?
Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
Yeah, we fucking lost.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Sure.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Yeah, like your macaroons.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Diabetes cakes. What do you want, Chefy?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
What the fuck is a snow-winged goose? Why do you got heart eyes, bro?
Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection.
Wow.
But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing.
She didn't even bother with the accent there. A model of perfection. Like, she blew out the fly. Why did they try to give her a neutral ass accent, bro? She can't do it. I've never seen anyone who can't do an American, not even American, just like a neutral accent. It's just eliminating your own. It's kind of like I've seen plenty of like English speakers and people with neutral accents who can't do like a British or English one, but I've never seen the reverse.
Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them.
Isn't that why like Master Chef and Hell's Kitchen, they have the rotating who's the head of like the kitchen, head of house or whatever the fuck it is? So that they like see everyone takes the position, everyone knows what it's like to actually be the head of the kitchen. And if you're capable of doing it. So when you say, bro, this dude fucking sucks, bro, it's like, all right, do my job. And it's like, well, I can't fucking do it. Isn't that the whole point of that?
I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish.
I do. Skill,
Of course,
talent,
some people have a more
experience,
sensitive palate
ability.
than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice.
Yeah, how much time, though? Actually, I mean, honestly, not really. A sensitive palate might be something you never can achieve, especially with dead senses. Someone who has no sense of smell will never be able to have the same palate as someone who does. There's no amount of time or practice that will ever get that corrected or get that balance in between.
I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness.
Yeah, I'm glad the game has it. I don't know if that's correct, bro. I agree that I don't expect perfection only from geniuses, but I certainly expect genius to perform perfection. Also, I expect anyone can hit perfection once or twice. But I don't expect everyone to be a genius either. That's a great thing to believe in. That anyone can rise to the level of genius, but it's just not true.
Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
This isn't gonna work. No way the quest are gonna be this straightforward.
Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm gonna head to the Hotel de Boer and spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Genius? Calling someone a genius is just another way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it.
That's a bizarre way of thinking. More like calling someone a genius highlights that they have an astonishing level of ability. That's all it is. I have to wait till the following day because we ended at midnight. It's just a title. It's a moniker. Now, if you follow up with like, he's a genius, I'll never be able to achieve that. Then sure, I guess. That's a defeatist attitude. But the idea of calling someone a genius in and of itself has nothing to do with like self-defeat.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while.
Thanks, I'm trying to meet Escoffier, bro. I'm trying to see what the half-naked chef be doing in the kitchen.
Check on her? Why? What happened?
Nothing happened. So stupid fuck. We just want to see that she's even alive.
Oh no. Escoffier, are you alright?
Here's some coffee. Oh, okay.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
Oh, who's gonna do with all these damn cakes?
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all?
Let's get you another cup. You should get some rest, actually.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Sleep it off.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Hurry.
Coffee.
We do have coffee. Delicious crisp croissant combo. A small pastry and coffee combo with 2 pointy pieces of bread conceals soft fluffiness from the crispy crust. The aromatic butter dances in perfect harmony with the intense coffee aroma. The match made in heaven, whether by early morning or light, the brief break hour, partake in this lovely combo is to salve? Salve? Isn't it like healing salve? I guess, isn't salve like the ancient Latin form of soothe? Weird.
Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert brewing and balanced perfectly with rich, creamy steam milk. Wonderful.
She almost had that English accent is almost bordering on the like light Scottish Irish form. I've heard her speak in the event. She doesn't even have that. Like, what is her accent from? She sounds like she's a damn Larry Studios character.
Better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, her accent is just gone completely. Or it's just in now.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
Fucking stupid.
I'll save it for when everyone else gets
Yeah,
here.
she went with Navia, that's why.
It's so stupidly small. I can't believe it's caused so much drama.
So much drama. Yeah, look at this fucking kitchen. You done blew it up.
Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Escoffier, what the fuck are you doing with my kitchen supplies?
No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing. So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her.
Oh, he jumped in the river.
Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open.
Jumped straight into the river.
I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hôtel de Bord.
Hôtel de Bord.
I'm worried something bad might have happened.
Something bad.
If she's not here, then where could she be?
Well, not here, that's for sure.
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
What is happening?
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
No, she's in the town square shooting up in the
We
fucking
were,
place.
but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
There was a map with a bunch of red places.
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
No, gosh, she's looking for the rare ingredient.
Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
In the ocean?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to overcome a gâteau plateau,
Bro, these shits are a fucking nutcase,
Ugh, idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on. there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Oh boy. It was you. You let the Luminines through, didn't you? I knew you were responsible for purchasing the problematic ring that day. What would your good friend think? I wonder if she learned to suffer on account of your negligence. What would the people in the hotel think? So I imagine it's to keep the secret from Escoffier. Wouldn't you like head chef Savannah? They were seen weeks ago. Retrieve the real codex. My enemy's necessary. That's why real treasure can be found. You gave it away like a fool while you're going back together. Whether in the bet or by force, it doesn't matter. Oh, I know. But you have a cooking show on yours, and if you don't think you can win, why don't you simply need to have an opponent lose? I imagine the assistant yours might come in handy. What are you dwelling for? She was the one who concealed the secret recipe in the first place. Why do you think you've never been able to recreate her work? She's afraid that you'll outshine her. What do you imagine everyone says about you, both within and beyond the hotel walls? Ordinary, they call you. Untalented. Damn, bro, someone put this shit into her head.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident? And not Monica after all?
Head chef
Retrieve the codex by any
How
means
is Monica
necessary.
the one responsible now?
So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
Bro.
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
I think it's just more like Monica's blackmailing Savannah. I don't think it's that complicated. Yeah, that's the other way around. Somewhere deep beneath the sea.
You're finally here.
Yeah, Savannah.
Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident. The demand for a cooking contest. The instruction to blackmail Monica. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
That's funny as fuck for her to say you blackmailing Monica with Monica. Beneath the sea. What ruins are they in? There's no way they're in the Remeria, right? That's the only underground Fontaine, like shit. How did she get to Remeria? That can't be right. How in the... No, okay. I swear, I was like, I'll say, there's no way we're like in the fucking, like...
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake.
Honestly.
The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Put some actual curse words in. Not ZZZ style, too. No censor. Great. Plot twist after plot twist, bro. What is going on with these crazy-ass chefs? Okay, it's just a random round. We need... No, a cryo. Well, I think we're about to get a cryo unit in this trial. That's right. Miss Escoffier. Alright, wait, can I do the...
Light it up!
Wait, can I do it? Can I get free food in the trial? Oh, you don't get free food. Where are we? Where are we, actually? How did she get down? It takes a vision to be able to jump down. Look at this woman's outfit, by the way. She got... Well, she's got... Look at that one. You can see the underboot. When's the last time you saw a character underboot? Look at this outfit. And she's got stars on her garter belt? Who designed this? Okay, I was like, how long is their cuts? I thought I was got the whole W and you see us walking across. You just get caked up, bro.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
That's what the Remurian's up to.
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. a public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Public bath. Holy shit, blubber beasts, what are they doing here?
Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here?
We have to feed them? There's probably a hole underground you can swim down to.
Aw, they ran off.
Shit, I mean, let's go further.
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Watergate?
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
It's all coming.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
I mean, Remoria is a symphonic-based society.
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile.
Well, that's what we're feeding them.
This is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some.
Bitch, they survive off these plants.
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
Don't they eat like the shell stuff?
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we don't have to actually manually collect them. Interesting. Okay, bro, you're fucking kidding. We still have to do this?
A dash of frosting! Yeah!
Where's mine? What am I cutting? This?
Yeah!
Well, they love this minigame now. 4, 3, 2, 2, 5, 5. Fucked it up. 4. We need another one. We need another. We need 4. What we need? 4 blue.
Yeah! Yeah!
4 blue.
A little amuse bouche! Yeah!
We got 3 in 1. I guess you can get not the correct numbers outright. Balance and complete. What about a black desert? This quest's long as fuck.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Who gives a fuck?
Trust me, they'll love it.
How do we feed it to them?
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Put it with a big-ass machine.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
The fucking conveyor belt at this buffet fucking station. Like the sushi station. Where you have like it goes to the conveyor belt, you just grab what you want. Who am I trying to feed? These dickheads? Really, I gotta sit here and wait for the whole damn thing to go? A bumblebee's halfly scratched out the food, but you're not mistaken. You still have
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
one symphonic note. You gotta make another one? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah! Ja! Ja! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Ra! Ja!
Oh, we got 5.
Yeah!
Well, we gotta keep doing this animation. You know they should do this every time you hold her E? They should do that every time. Just do the animation. Make it annoying as fuck. was not expecting to be in Romaria. Well, not actually Romaria, but you know, like Romarian structure. That is the last thing I expected to happen in this quest. I know she had said it in the trailer. She's like, Romaria. I'm like, I don't know. I thought it might have happened somewhere else. Which we had to play as her at some point. They had to make it convoluted. So I'm guessing they were feeding
Hey,
blood.
it's open!
Hey, it's open. Oh, a chest. We see a whale pass by like we do in Romaria. Now will we just see blubber bees? Speed it up. Right, she got Wisa, right? Numa, no, what the fuck it's called? Some time ago. Look at this place, bro.
Hey, give me your water.
Bro.
Here. I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
Just give her both waters. Why'd she want the both, bro?
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off.
That was some gay shit right there. That was some hidden, like, like an indirect kiss thing, bro. What was the context of that?
Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog.
Whole voice change too, bro. Whole personality
Hey,
change.
go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
You should just whisper that.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together.
He did kill him, though.
So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
Boy, you're not better
I
than
am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Well, you're no better than the other dude.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realize that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right.
Damn, but she didn't finger wang her.
I don't deserve her forgiveness.
But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
I was gonna say, but she don't seem like the type of girl who wouldn't stand up for herself.
Feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long.
She's Cos Miller?
And now this is payback.
But you drank it too.
And?
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica.
Bro.
You.
These bitches are nutcases.
You.
I kind of like it. I'm immune to the poison.
What's so funny?
I've been drinking that shit my whole life.
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really think your half-baked plot would fool me?
Just knock her ass out at this point.
You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too. A complete waste of space. No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Just hit her, bro.
Everything I ever did was a failure.
Damn, bro. Never mind. She collapsed.
And now,
so much for
I
being
failed
tough.
again. For the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Stop right there!
They're still here. Like I said, some time ago. I'm just staying right there.
Got you surrounded.
Wasn't much too much some time ago.
Escoffier?
You gonna stab this bitch out of your ass.
Looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat.
You couldn't take either one
But
of
if
us.
you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Don't we have Electro? Can we go at
Monica,
the Mach
what are
speed?
you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
For real. These bitches are crazy.
A recipe? You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry.
Jesus, these jokes, these
Modeste had a
puns.
secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the
Je ne sais quoi
factor in his Gâteau de Bourg, and it's right here in these ruins.
There's a flower.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad!
It's just a half-naked chef.
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands.
That was Remoria.
And they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug. That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Whoever's doing her voice is doing great, bro. She's got like good dialogue. She's also funny as fuck. The way it's written is funny as fuck too. So you can. That's what I like. If it's well written, you get and a good voice actor, you can do a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun with it. It comes off as more fun.
Will you listen to yourself? You're completely delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
That sounds like Yolande. Kind of. Have you just detonated this whole place? Don't you want to? Okay, hang on now.
What's that sound?
Okay, hang on now. Hang on now. So you know the plant or whatever the fuck it is grows here, the treasure, and you're gonna destroy this place? Isn't this place like a perfect source? Shouldn't you want to, I don't know, cultivate it and keep it around?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
She just dropped one aspect there. Well, let's find another route.
Uh-oh. Savannah's going too.
I'd imagine so. She took it.
Monica must have taken her.
Monica.
Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
Well, at least Savannah is safe. No, she isn't.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Why? We found this place and we didn't need each other.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
Yeah, what is this? She needs her. Why does she need her? She got in here just fine. That job!
The water
Jesus.
looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
The ship a unique Fontaine underwater ability? What is her unique ability, actually? Oh, it's just her cooking, right. Yeah, bro. Fontaine got the hang up. You can't see anything because she's got chef ass. Good to be back in Fontaine, where all the crazy fucking people are. Glad that hasn't changed.
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
What did she just say? Fuck, it's out the picture. She's about
Let's
to
light it up! I'm going in! Game's up. Promise over. Light up the blazing sun!
I did all that, not because I'll probably would have wiped those dudes out in the first place with just a vaporize. TBH fan does. Wait, there's lore in here. All the exalted harm must order in accordance with Sebastos, the most nice air fryer, bro. It pops like fucking popcorn. My public temper established here. The eyes of barbarian soldiers, blah blah blah, without secret treasure, gracious. 100-fold upgrade. Let's talk about the item. How it increases their potency for fighting. Oh, don't tell me I gotta do this again.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Come on now, bro. You're dragging it a bit here. Okay, couldn't get anything less than fucking... I was hoping to get a damn... Anyways, there we go. Can we skip this? Okay, the animation getting tired right now. So someone did, I was thinking of someone else, but like, that does make sense that... Oh boy, how many we gotta get? 2? Where do I place our food? Oh, we gotta move it across. No. Can I not send it forward first and then get it to move? No, the puzzle's not that complicated. No, you can't. It has to start here. Oh, it moves back. Oh, we'll send the food. Should be a pull for both of these. Let's have to sit here and wait for it to do that, and then I'll see the animation of him speaking. You're doing too much.
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Sorry, huh?
Off to the freezer.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Perfect. Come on. It's certainly an interactive quest. Do you even fight with her hands? No, tail. 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 She doesn't actually fight with her hands. Interesting. Are you serious?
Light it up!
I think I should launch with the Escoffier. I should.
Gotcha. Take it easy.
Oh shit, what this? What was that? Why did I use Bennett's ult? I didn't need to.
never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down.
Alright. But her, she cannot make that accent.
Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep,
Holy
that's
shit.
literally the plan.
Limitol and
Wait,
maritime
hold on.
flowers.
Which story are you talking
A
about?
whole new world. Bro. That sounded like Lumi from fucking Wuthering Waves. She's got that fucking rogue accent. Bro, imagine if she just let her have that voice. Shit would be so fire. No, we gotta have our neutral accent. I can't even imitate her voice with how like fucking accented it is.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
That's probably what. Well, no shit. Didn't the story tell they went here on their adventure?
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
And then died here.
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date.
Maybe that's what happened to him. He disappeared and he died.
Oh, you really think
He came back
so?
with the flowers to finally
Trust our
beat his
adventurers'
friend.
instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just
Oh
like
my
you're a pro
god,
in the kitchen.
is it really getting that much of a parallel of the story? He came back to like get the secret thing so he can finally beat his super duper friend and it ended up killing him.
Okay, well, the
Really?
Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests.
Shut up, Paimon, we already found it.
Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills.
Paimon, you can show off your skills at the end of the
No
game.
kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
No, it's not just you, it's everyone.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
Wrong.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins.
Hey,
It's exactly the
why
way
is-
I remember it.
Why'd you want to kiss Chef again?
This place probably hasn't changed in millennia.
They even had the girls change into actual clothing to go on an adventure. Really?
Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more.
Hell yeah.
Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool.
Damn, bro. You ain't got nothing going
Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us.
on. It was like the Gulf of America.
Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
Damn, bro.
I
So
always
you
thought
get
it was
that
just a
spell?
legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
You know, you blew his brains out.
The taste of
Maybe even
Gâteau de
that fucking-
Bourg
that
has
shit killed
changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong.
That flour killed him, bro. Like, too much of it.
But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste.
Flower
The
ruined his
treasure of
taste.
Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late. We were just too late. Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, in despair, he took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye.
I think a blew his brains out because he lost his
Yet
taste
despite
buds.
everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
Oh, there's a drug-like effect.
So,
I don't know if it was like a
Modeste
drug
chose to
in
end his
itself.
own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him?
Why not?
Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria. It's almost as if someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind.
Man, bro, what's the point?
It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
That's certainly a decision. We could take this book and exonerate him, or we just gonna leave it here.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
I don't know why we said
So
that.
we
There's
thought,
no damn
but
reason
if
why she
Monica
would
finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
She'll recreate the story the way she thought it happened, blowing Savannah's brains out. We're not gonna take the book. I guess we'll, whatever. It's a story. We'll just let it be. The barbarians who take the are gradually losing part of the. There's no cause to worry. They desire to break free the forms of blessed blood. Swear to God, if I have to cook another fucking dish for Blubber Beast, I'm gonna lose my shit. Look at this nice Romarian house, bro. Facility. Where the fuck is this supposed to be? Looks like she already dropped
The
her ass.
treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last.
Chug it.
Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the Codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, The secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp.
Well, that
the
guardian,
treasure of Remoria is mine!
It's mine. That guardian's gonna smash her head in, bro. If she picks it up.
It's empty. It's
Doesn't look empty.
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Seconds too late, bro. It's over. She didn't get shit.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
Oh, Savelli's final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
I just dumped it out.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar.
Yeah, jar
Monica, don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
She fucking smashed that shit right on us, too. Whoa, my fucking head.
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall be slain.
The average day in Genshin, bro. Bitch dead.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else!
That's so funny.
Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out!
Oh, I killed them. Come on, bro. Every time.
Why is this place still shaking?
This place is gonna fall apart, bro. Trigger to explosives. Actually, she might.
Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler Escoffier, come on!
Let's get Savannah's corpse and get out of here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Bro, she actually got the gaddy.
If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you.
Bro, fucking Fontainian's always strapped in. I hate these sons of bitches.
I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
I love this character.
You're a psycho.
You're a psycho. She just stabbed her? Or she hit her over the head with what's left of the jar? No, she shattered the rest of the jar in the head.
Savannah?
Good goodness.
When did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
We gotta go. I mean, I'm glad for this moment you smashing her skull in, but we gotta move.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
I love Fontaine, bro. That we're just gonna leave her here to die? Where's our evidence? Did this ever even happen? Well, we have the evidence of the blackmail from the notes. And I guess everyone at the hotel also vouched for us. Damn, we're running. Yeah, someone tells me I don't think Miss Monica survived that.
Escoffier! Savannah!
I fucking walking up we were.
Traveler! And Paimon!
You could send a Melazine like detachment to help us out, you sons of bitches.
What are you all doing here?
You want all the spots? Probably want all the spots.
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres?
That's what you did
while
anyways.
the Traveler and Escoffier were out here risking their lives?
Yeah, that's basically
We
what you
had
did.
to do something, even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
Of course. Worthless fucking shit.
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef.
You sure didn't
It
deserve
was
to be
my
murdered
fault
either.
Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed.
I'm not gonna put that last one on
back,
you.
Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
No.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Basically, yeah.
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation.
That's crazy.
What was it you said again?
Bitch poured her heart out to you, and she's like, honestly, all those years ago, I don't really remember what the fuck you said.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. And you're not nearly as awful a chef as you think. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Yeah, you
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
That's good to know.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is.
That's true.
At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Fermont and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here to see you, Chef.
Oh my god, it's Fermont.
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Fermont? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
No, don't worry about that. That was my
Actually,
Alzheimer's.
I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light,
like I said,
it got
the
Firmin
tea.
thinking.
I said that earlier.
And then he remembered the
was
tea that
poisoned.
Monica used to give him every night. And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time.
No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It'll be fine.
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that means more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time.
So you're gonna be good, bro? It's fucking... You kicked your PTSD by a drug.
Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firmin was likely not Monica's only victim.
You mean she poisoned me too?
That's why you flew off the handle?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Bro, she was bodying the whole stuff.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is
Well,
it
'cause you're a bad
just...
chef.
I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
The fucking stove is broken? That's it? No one checked the stove?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with
Well, she
them.
must have blown up this whole hotel,
I
bro.
would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night?
Sometimes it takes an outside
it all comes
perspective.
back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius.
Oh my god, bro.
And I'm just plain old Savannah.
Get over it.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think.
Seriously, bro.
I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bois? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down.
Look at her, bro. She got the Kingdom
And
Hearts
you've been
thing on
head
her
chef
fucking
now for
left
what?
arm.
6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a
She's like
level I
half a
was
head taller than
satisfied
her, bro.
with.
Damn.
Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does.
Too bad we didn't save that book.
You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Learn from them and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
Bro, get in that goddamn kitchen and cook, bitch.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
Just remember that speech now.
That's our head chef. Ha-ha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
This nigga's business is saved.
What a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
We just killed someone, bro. She's dead at the bottom of the
So
ocean.
you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Well, maybe not all their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way.
Now we have to actually do
It's
a
time for
competition.
payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
Anime-ass fucking ending, bro. Jesus Christ.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
And again, you gotta work again.
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
Yeah, Monica's dead, by the way. Like, we just had a woman crushed to death under the weight of like 40 billion tons of the sea. Yeah, we're like, you know what? Time to cook us up another competition. Maybe we should report that she's dead. You know, anyone want to do that?
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between 2 top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way.
Top chef?
So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today, right now, this instant.
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
Of course she was. Is that how the question goes? Oh no, it's actually cut.
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
Fucking dish is legitimately going like. Oh, transition 2D animation.
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey,
Bitch, you nearly died
what
for
are you
this.
so
though.
afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve.
Yeah, bitch, you nearly learned how to
If you're too
serve.
scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
Good enough. We are gonna find out how hers tastes.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Well, we have it inside the event, bro. Why are we
Quite
gonna go
rightly,
outside?
too. Piece of cake.
Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna blow you up just outright. Why is her tail wagging, bro? It's not a real fucking tail.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
Yeah, but she got her mojo back and didn't die today. I mean,
Now, where were we? Yes. Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened?
you're asking us to be cooking in the sewer?
I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left.
I'm glad we didn't put it in the game.
Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore.
Ah.
So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
So you're trying to improve this kitchen in the sewer.
How?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities.
Oh no, not the ancient
She
demon.
has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the
Do
table.
not let her be introduced to Diana.
There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook.
It always goes back to Zhongli.
Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
No. We were on the judge panel.
Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Okay, chef. No, let's grab it. You know, fuck it.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Damn. But unlike Zhongli will present you a bad dish and be like, well, I'll fuck it up next time. I don't think Escoffier will be like, no. This shit tastes like shit. I'm gonna get it right. You should definitely make time on Paimon taste like your experimentals.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food,
Yeah, like I
I'll
said,
obviously do my research. Make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances.
Zhongli will kill your ass before
In the
I-
meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer revised version.
Revised
I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers. Hope you enjoy, and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right. So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Boer?
No.
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanisham that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
You'll be forking Savannah's ass, bro. Good luck to her. But she has a recipe for cake.
I'm still
That's
a
a adventure.
little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria.
It was a liquid in a
Surely
bottle.
Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Boer.
We saw the mystery of the treasure. It was just a liquid in a flask. That's literally what it was.
She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Boer. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
She sold her soul for a dream and then had a rude awakening. Yeah, her life's work became a grand exercise in fertility. She died for nothing.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitwals.
Yeah, I mean...
better known to us as Lumiline.
I'd imagine it was literally the drug.
So then, why all the hype back in the early days of Gateau de Bourg?
Because no one knew what the fuck it was.
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk.
Drugs?
Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
You kind of got what she deserved.
Hey!
What are you doing here?
Huh? Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue.
I swear to God, that book
Did you
was...
see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Remoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
And she smashed it over...
Isn't that the jar they used to hold the treasure?
We smashed it
If
twice.
only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ugh, it's such a shame.
We smashed it twice. What a great way to end it. 10 million more a jar. I like this club. This is actually a very nice club. Fun one too. Written well too. A lot of fun dialogue, a lot of fun with the characters. How lovely. Got a lot of Escoffier in this one. Like her story quest was about her. Like, no mistaking that. She's in it for the most part.
Ad Astra.
And we got some cool
Thank you for
character interactions. So
Ad
really good voice
Astra.
acting. You don't get to make fun of her, the fact that her accent is fucked. It's sad. It worked. At the beginning, her S's were really stressed, but it kind of mellowed out by the end. And we get a funny ending. Nice quest. All the peaks done. But then again, like I said with the Tribal Chronicles, they've been getting a lot better with story quests. So, yeah, my next quest to do is fucking... go to the event, actually. This is my next actual quest. Well, just you know what? We're in the city. No, hang on. Let's go to the Hotel de Delibird. At the board. Actually, it's the Delibird. Let's go pull for good old Escoffier. Oh no, we see Monica? Not Monica. Will we see Savannah and the other ones in here? Alphonse? No. No. They're not actually around here. Like a little, like, added character. Lame. Surprised you see like guys like this. They're like the host. And they give him a voice and have him do anything. Oh. Rainbow macarons. Look at that. All sorts of new recipes. Let's pull. One last thing we do before the quest is over. Boom. And we got her just like that. I can't believe it. Look how he's done this. Can never win in this game. Can never win. And with that, only 2 hours and 40 minutes. I thought this quest was way longer.